got a job, so I just spent last night shopping around for a uniform for work. It's in a restaurant near the mall, so I'm looking really forward to working there. Let me see. Zuli, my little doggy, is in heat. She's driving me crazy. She's not. Zeb, he's actually outside right now, barking away. The neighbor's gonna call the cops because I mean, I'd do it too because he's driving everyone crazy. So we're gonna have to keep this video kind of short so I can go grab him and I don't know, drug him with Benadryl or something. So today we're gonna read "Hello, Grandma Moon" by Donna Steinman, and the illustrations are Tamara Guillaume. Let's see how many pages there are. It's quite a bit. Alright. I was going to put the illustrations up on the screen behind me. Bet I could figure something out. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get into this book so I can go get Zeb. And this book was written in loving memory of Kelly and Grandma Nellie. So, this book, talk about Grandma Nellie. Apparently she's a real person. Alright. In a great big city lived a little girl named Tula. Tula was sad. Her Grandma Nellie had died, and Tula missed her very much. She missed the comfort and warmth of her Grandma Nellie's hugs and the smell of her wonderful cooking. But most of all, Tula longed to hear her grandma's stories. So here you can see Tula. She's all by herself in her room, missing her grandma. Okay. The book. Whenever the moon was full, Grandma Nellie would read Tula's favorite story of all. Tula imagined herself nestled in her grandma's soft, warm lap, listening to her gentle voice tell of a time long, long ago. "Thousands of years before you were born," Grandma Nellie began, "Village Earth was home to many small tribes of people. These ancient tribes had a magical way of seeing. The planets and stars of the night sky inspired their songs and storytelling. They especially liked to tell stories about the moon because long ago when the moon was full, our ancestors could see the face of great round moon mother." Here's a picture of Tula on her grandma's lap. Children from all over Village Earth celebrated the beauty of the great round moon mother. In the islands of the South Pacific, the Polynesians called the moon Mahina. They sang out to her and pounded on drums. Native Americans sat in circle and told stories of the old woman who never dies. The ancient Persians sang to Metra, the one whose love and light shines everywhere. In China, they told stories of Chang'e, the goddess who fled to the moon to escape her cruel husband. Here showing the moon, and you can hardly see in these, all these little words are different ways to say moon in other languages. Over time, things began to change on Village Earth. Towns grew and grew until they became big cities. People became so busy that they forgot to look up. No one sang out the moon's ancient names anymore. Children no longer danced or drummed out greetings to her. Eventually, the moon's image became hidden behind tall buildings and bright city lights. So here you can see the moon kind of being hidden behind the buildings. Always, at the end of the story, Tula tried to find the woman in the moon. "Look carefully, Tula, and one day you'll see what our ancestors saw," Grandma Nellie told her. But Tula never could. And now, with her grandma gone, Tula had little hope that she would ever learn this magical way of seeing the moon. But that night, as Tula gazed out of her bedroom window, thinking about her grandma, the big round yellow moon slowly began to rise over the rooftops and tall buildings. This time, something seemed different to Tula. Here you can see Tula looking out her window. The moon looked so big and so close that Tula wanted to reach out and touch it. She pressed her nose right up to the window and tried hard not to see the woman in the moon, but she could not. These book covers, let's just take it off. Alright. So here's Tula, and you can see her face looks kind of lit up. Probably from the light reflecting off of the moon. Right. Tula would not give up. She crept out to the terrace and stared at the moon for what seemed like forever. She remembered what her grandma had so wisely said to her. "Look with your heart, Tula." And all at once Tula saw her. She jumped up and down and waved her arms. "Hello, woman in the moon," Tula yelled. "I see you. Come closer. You look just like my grandma Nellie. I will call you Grandma Moon." Here's her jumping up and down. She can see the woman in the moon. Okay. Back to frame. The next night, long after Tula was supposed to be asleep, her mother tiptoed in the room. "Who are you talking to all alone in the dark?" she asked. "I'm not alone," Tula answered. "Grandma Moon is shining her light on us. Look, can't you see her?" Tula asked. Just then a cloud covered the moon and Tula's mother could not see her. Tula was disappointed. There's the cloud and there's her mom talking to her. The next morning, Tula woke up early. She had a very big idea. She drew pictures and colored on cards. She cut, pasted, and worked very hard. Then she packed up her knapsack, went down to the lobby of her apartment house, put a special invitation into the mailbox of every family in the building. It says, "You are invited to a surprise party tonight at 6 o'clock in honor of my grandma." There's the invitation that she put in all the mailboxes. At 6 o'clock, everyone arrived for the surprise party. Tula led them all out to the terrace. "Quiet, everyone," Tula hushed. Just then, Grandma Moon began to rise high above the city. "Look," Tula yelled. "There she is shining bright. She's watching over us tonight." "What do you see, Tula? Where is your grandma?" everyone asked. "Up in the sky," Tula pointed. But no one could see what Tula saw. She held up the picture of her grandma and pointed at the moon. "There she is. See her hair? See her nose?" Here's Tula pointing. And then there's the moon. It actually looks bright with the reflection of the sun. There's the moon. Alright. All of a sudden it happened. "I see her," yelled one little boy. "Oh my goodness," cried the neighborhood grocer. "I see her too." Soon everyone could see the big, beautiful face of Grandma Moon. Everybody sang and danced in the light of Grandma Moon. Tula's family and all their neighbors shouted out greetings to her. Tom, from the music shop, played a moon song on his didgeridoo. I used to have a didgeridoo. One day I'll show you how it works. Another neighbor with a drum pounded out a moon beat from Africa. Here they are dancing and having a good time in reverence of the moon. Let's see. The news of Tula's Grandma Moon party spread far beyond the city. Before long, children from all over Village Earth were celebrating the beauty and wonder of this ancient magical way of seeing Grandma Moon. See here, and if you kind of look very carefully, you can see the kids down here. Tula still misses her Grandma Nellie, but every time she looks up and sees Grandma Moon, she knows she's being watched over. To this day, Grandma Moon watches over all the children of Village Earth. And you can see her too, just like Tula. When the moon is full, go outside and look at the pictures of Grandma Moon in this book, and then look up at the moon. So, you'll have this book. I apologize, baby girl. My phone ran out of memory, so I had to free up some stuff, delete some things so I could finish. But anyway, we're on the last page of Grandma Moon, and you can see the outline right here. And then here is the Grandma Moon. You're drawn with the outline. Here's a real picture of the moon. Can you still see her? See? Isn't that interesting? Alright. Well, that's going to conclude this video. I miss ya. I love ya. I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, baby girl. Daddy loves you.